Somebody that maybe you were friends with that people don't know you're friends with, or you came up through the ranks of the organization together, but your career went a little further, a little quicker, that you have these trusted relationships that you can just get a little inside scoop as to what's really going on. Also, this is the hardest one, or at least it's a hard one, learning to replace judgment with curiosity. So somebody comes to you and says, that person is a problem. And all of a sudden we create a narrative based on the story that they tell us that they are a problem. That person's stupid, that person's lazy, whatever it is. Now they're labeled as lazy. Now we treat them as lazy. Now everything that they do or don't do is because they're lazy, right? But as a good leader, we can take those reports, we can take that hearsay, we can take those direct stories that people have, and we can say, thank you, I appreciate that, I'll look into it, I'm gonna find out more. And you go on a little journey to discover what's really happening. It absolutely may be that they're lazy. That could 100% be it. Or maybe they're distracted for a reason, or maybe they're having trouble at home, or maybe we've given them a job that they're ill-qualified for, or maybe they're having a personality conflict with somebody that they work with. Like the list goes on and on and on and on. And the good leader is finding that out. And by the way, by leader, I don't mean the senior person. I mean any person in the organization. To replace that judgment with curiosity. And I think that's what creates those environments. But the reality is with rank, you do set the tone. So, for example, no lying. It seems like a pretty simple one inside a company. We don't tell lie, okay? Phone rings, your assistant picks up, they put the person on hold and they call out to you. David's on the phone, and you go, tell him I'm not here. You've just sanctioned a lie. You've just sanctioned a lie, right? And that little lie then, now that person who was told to lie approvingly, now they can tell a lie, right? Because it came from the boss. And all of a sudden, you find out you have an organization that tells lies all over the place, and some of those lies grow. It happened to me once where I had a very, very senior phone call with the top leaders of a really big organization, and I forgot. I just didn't show up on the call. I have no excuse. I forgot to check my calendar and I forgot. And my assistant at the time, of course, wanted to protect my reputation. And she wrote to them and said, terribly sorry, Simon had another meeting that ran long. And I took her aside, and it was the hardest feedback I had to give because she did it with such good intention. I said, I'm so grateful that you're protecting me and you're protecting my reputation. And I want you to do that, but you have to do that without lying. We cannot lie. You can say, I'm sorry he's late. I'm sorry he missed the call, but you cannot say it's because he was in another meeting, because that's not true. And so it's this, I'll challenge you. You try this, right? Let's look at the time right now, right? It's noon, okay? It's noon on, I don't even know what date it is, Monday, right? You and your entire crew, here's the challenge for all of you, okay? You may not tell a single lie for the next 48 hours. I mean, nothing. And you'll be amazed how difficult it is. You'll be amazed how many little white lies we tell. Like the waiter comes over and 5 minutes before you're saying, oh, this food is so salty. And the waiter comes and goes, how's everything? You go, it's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, thank you. It's fine. That is a lie, right? Now, you don't have to be mean. There's nothing that says truth has to be brutal. It just has to be true. Try for the next 48 hours and see how hard it is not to tell a single lie.
Everyone's going to be walking around asking each other what they think of each other.
Now,
Simon said you got to be honest.
Right, but there's ways of doing it, right? Do these jeans make me look fat? I like the other jeans much better. They're way more flattering, right? You don't have to hurt people. Also, timing, right? So, true story. So I went to see a friend's play, and I could not wait for this thing to end. It was so bad.